surface and never a shadow. On the winds I feel his breath. Goldeneye found his weakness.
Welcome to Underrated Gaming, the show where we cover those games that have been forgotten over time. Today's topic brings us to one of the companies that used to be considered one of the best game developers out there, but now they're literally one of the worst. I mean, the other game developer. That's right, Rareware used to make some of the best IPs, and they were all exclusive to Nintendo's platforms. Think of them as the Naughty Dog for Sony in today's day and age. The cool thing about Rare is that they were really versatile in all their games, meaning they were good at making any game in any genre. And I'm saying this because the game that brings us here is a remake of none other than Goldeneye 007, a game that pretty much set the standard for first-person shooters the same way Mario 64 did for platforming, and Ocarina of Time did for adventure. All this while being a licensed game, which we all know pretty much spells disaster for any game nowadays. Now when Rare was bought by Microsoft, Nintendo lost all these IPs, but in an unexpected turn of events in November 2010, it was revealed that a remake of the original Goldeneye was going to be released exclusively for the Wii. Developed by Eurocom, Goldeneye 007 for Wii was released November 2010. It's also interesting to note that Donkey Kong Country, another Rareware franchise, released Donkey Kong Country Returns December of that same year. Anyways, now that we got that out of the way, we can get into the real meat of the game, which is pretty fun. The game is a first-person shooter where you control James Bond, and while now being played by Daniel Craig, you'll be running around levels shooting bad guys. The game has tons of cool moments and puts you in tons of intense situations, and even going as far to change some of the original moments to make them cooler and even surprise people who already played the original game. The game also gives you the option to stealth your way through levels, sneaking around through vents, shooting cameras, and getting stealth kills. I love that they're trying to appeal to both types of people, the ones that want action-packed levels that will just shoot their way through the end, and the ones that are a bit more careful and go unnoticed like a real spy. The addition of stealth is awesome. It's something I really hate that the original was lacking. So then why is this game so underrated? I mean, critics gave it good scores, and the game hardly has any issues. Well, except for the occasional glitch. Where are you going, buddy? Well, we have a few theories as to why. First off, while it is cool that the game was Nintendo exclusive, that means it had to be done on Nintendo Wii, meaning that the graphics took a hit. It looks good by Wii standards, but I can see how anyone who played a first-person shooter on the PS3 and Xbox 360 would kind of struggle going back to the Wii, even if the gameplay is good. Another thing is the controller, again being tied to the Wii. It just had to have motion controls. Even going as far as to suggesting the Wii Zapper as one of the control schemes, which you can predict is awful and no one should play this way. Using the Wiimote nunchuck without the Zapper improves the experience, but not by much. Now we have to give credit to the developers, because they also gave the option to use the classic controller, which is the ideal way to play the game. It's pretty obvious that's the way they intended for you to play it, since they even bundled the game with a gold classic controller, in reference to the golden gun. Lastly, while the original game set a standard and was really innovative for the time, the remake sadly came out in an era where the market is pretty much oversaturated with the first-person shooters, even in for the Wii. That, combined with the fact that James Bond wasn't relevant at the time, at least not until Skyfall came out in 2012, caused the game to disappear rather quickly. It is important to note that a port of the game would later release for PS3 and 360, but it suffered from the same problem as competing with Call of Duty and Battlefield, just to name a few, that already dominated the genre and not even the multiplayer could salvage it. So at the end of the day, the game is still good and you should still give it a try, with lots of missions, gameplay, variety, multiplayer, and a ton of references to the original 007 franchise. There's a lot to enjoy here. If you like James Bond or the original game, you owe it to yourself to at least do a playthrough.
Hello guys, FullRestoreAlchemist here. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe for more. There is more content on the way. Also, leave a comment on this video with your opinions in this game. I'd love to know what you guys think. Once again, I want to thank my friend AurumDude for helping me with the voiceover for this video. Please check out his videos by clicking the annotations. There is a lot of great content on there. Also, if you wanna watch me, AurumDude, and some other friends play games, check out Press Start to Play commentaries. We upload very frequently there. With that said, thank you for watching, and until next time.